Referee Chris Treneman just about to get us underway, and we are letting the games begin. A wobbly old kick-off from the Tigers. This is Ueli. Finds his way to middle field and then charges into that Tigers defence. Actually get him to ground. There's more strong work coming in here from the Dragons. Good run from Joe Lovadua. He's Mason, the captain. Rolling upfield pretty comfortably. Now Robson. Good contact coming in there. Jackson Ford. No surprise Daniel Peck involved in that. Be a real workhorse. Here's Willis, first kick of the game. They go on the fourth tackle. Find some space from Lamula. They get the ball back, the Dragons. Wow, comfortable. Good chase. Matheson John strolls over. And the Dragons have started perfectly. 4-0 they lead against the West Tigers.
There's one thing this Dragons team possess is a great kicking game. They've scored, I think, 15 tries already off kicks. And that was a bit of poor positioning from the fullback for the West Tigers. Be very disappointed at that, but the bounce of the footy can go anywhere. You've got to get to it very quick. Nice hands here. The big Ruben Garrick and puts his winger nearly under the post. So it's a great start for the St George boys.
Well, Chris Hutchison, the coach of the West Tigers, was glowing in his praise of Connolly Lamulu, and the fact that he was back in the #1 jersey gave him a lot of confidence, but he just didn't attack that ball. And as a result, gave the opportunity for Ruben Garrick to free that man, Matheson Johns, and gets across for the try. He's an Engadine Dragons youngster, and that's now his 6th try in 12 games. Coming through that Illawarra SG ball system. And in fact, the Coaches Award winner last year. So good attitude, good start for this game here today.
This is another kid New South Wales got high hopes for, Zach Lomax. He's kicking at a 75% rate. Got a good boot on him. He's only 17. He's another one with a big future here at the club.
Yeah, very bright future, Zach Lomax. Well, there's good starts, and then there's starts like the ones the Dragons have today, Emma Lawrence on the sideline.
It's not looking good for the Tigers so far, is it? And the stats showed that too. Whenever the Dragons have scored first this season, they've gone on to win every single game. So it's not looking good. And boys, down here on the sideline, it's about 17 degrees. So it's actually a little bit chilly, and the clouds are just starting to come over. It was sprinkling before, so I'm crossing my fingers that it does hold off.
Yeah, we hope you do stay nice and dry and warm down there, Emma. I know there's someone standing next to me who didn't bring the jacket for today. He's hoping it stays dry as well.
Rookie error.
This time, Saylor takes the ball and goes forward into the Tigers' defence. Gee, that's a setback for them. It wasn't a bad defensive set from them. Just not managing to clean up that kick. Here's Garrick, one of those players backing up from the New South Wales under-20s that Danny coached during the week. Welly. Strong run. Real blockbuster of a man. Mason. Robson waiting patiently. Slow play of the ball from Mason. They go right. This is Willis to Saylor. Out the back to Masters. Big step. Good tackle there. Coming in from Birmingham. Now Saylor down a short side. Here's a kick again. And there's a knock on. And still, the Tigers are not going to touch the football, and we're nearly 4 minutes into the game.
They haven't touched the pigskin yet, Jimmy, which is disappointing for the Tigers boys, but you'd want your next, after that try, you want your next set to be full of action, and they gave away a fair bit of meterage there, but I'm disappointed at the end of the set here not to cleanly grab this.
Yeah, it was straight to him. If he was that short leg, it would have been a tough chance. Ooh. Not so happy about that. Jai Doolan.
Hold, wait for it out. Wait.
And more possession coming the way of the Dragons. They come left. Saylor at the back. This is Lomax. Moves well, doesn't he? Now Gillard. Gillard's flying towards the line. He gets over comfortably. Well, if we thought the first try was easy, that one was even easier. Dragons. Next touch of the football, they get another try.
Beautiful play from Zach Lomax. Great centre play. And anytime you can drag in the opposite winger, and watch this nice little bit of play with the ball. Gets it out the back. Just sucks him in. Nice little pass. And clear run to the line. It's definitely not good signs for the Tigers here. They need to touch the ball. Otherwise, it could be a bit of a cricket score here.
Toto Lafua, he just got interested in Lomax, and that's what his footwork was trying to do, just get his winger interested, and he did that. Well, let's put some pressure on him. Zach Lomax, he moved like a young Mark Gasnier, doesn't he, with the ball in two hands and the shimmy of the feet?
You just put a bit of head pressure on him there. But there was a bit of shimmy there. So, yeah, he has got some talent, and he's channeling all in the right direction. He's a good kid, Zach. Asked plenty of questions and wants some answers for us, so he's always learning. He's looking to aim this at the right post and slide it in for another 2 points.
Gillard, of course, a junior of the Narrabomideri Jets, and another one of these guys who came through the Steelers SG ball system. Here's Lomax striding in. Oh, struck it nicely. Just shaves the left-hand upright. So it's just 10-0. But unfortunately, we're only 6 minutes in, Emma Lawrence.
Well, it was good work from Lomax, wasn't it, to set that up? And I guess even more impressive to think that he's only 17. He could have still played SG ball this year. He's actually one of a couple of Dragons that are still young, so he might not be a Mark Gasnier just yet, but certainly looks like he's got a promising future ahead of him.
Gee, you've both left me stranded, haven't you? Here's Uwelli, strong run again. He's been involved in every set with the football. Johns backing his way, good metres there. 2 plays and they're 35 metres out from their own line. Caught up in the play the ball there. This is Lobadua.
Good shot from Peck, the hooker. He loves the defence.
He's not a big man, but he'll get through a mountain of it. Now over the halfway line. Dragons moving comfortably. Willis looks inside. Picks up Jackson Ford. This will be their last. You'd think it would go to Willis. It does. They're all on side. It's probably not quite gone where he wanted. Tigers winger under it, and he's done well too. Cody.
They'll have to introduce themselves to the football here, Jimmy. First time they've touched it, but there's one thing in the 20s game, is full of momentum. If they can just really halt that now and get a nice kick in and back their defence again and try and get back into the match. But at the moment, it's all St George Illawarra.
There's Doolan. Late inclusion in the side, as Danny mentioned, a guy they all like playing with. And McCarley has been very strong for them all year. As the surface cuts up a little bit there at ANZ Stadium. There's the dummy from Garzanidi. Again, one of these guys has got another 2 years eligible. Might have shaken him up a little bit, that tackle. So it comes back to Birmingham to release some pressure with a kick, and Masters takes it comfortably, and he's immediately on the attack. So they've been impressive with the football, the Dragons, but equally impressive without it there.
They're definitely winning the battle of the territory with the kicking game and also how they're getting forward. I love what Robson's doing here at the 9 position, just bringing on his forwards onto the football, nice and easy. He's charging through the middle.
Look at that leg drive there from Matheson Johns. Now Morgan played it. Welly, it's been very willing already this afternoon. Nice quick play of the ball as well. So early ball for Willis. He goes out the back. This is Ford. Just falling off tackles. Now the offload. Good pick up, Robson. No, he's knocked it on.
Knock on from 9.
Just thought he was going to get down quickly and play the ball quickly, and Jackson Ford tried the offload, and unfortunately for the Dragons, Reece Robson couldn't handle.
He showed nice ability to offload the football there. Sometimes those offloads you can come up with when you get excited, when you know you're getting forward nice and easy. Look at the possession rate there. Still stick to the script, the St George Illawarra team, and not get too overplay their hand too much.
This is Carter. Now McKaylee, another strong run from him. Back out a dummy half. Siglitana. Second season in the Holden Cup for Reece. Now at the back, short ball there. That's a needy. Picked up Trent Pye, his edge back rower. Slow play the ball, all looking to get off their line, the Dragons. Now down a short side. Oh, collision. Wow, they've picked it up now. Gillard's giving it away to Lomax. He looked for the flick, but really strong contact there from the Dragons defenders.
Yeah, Garzanetti went for the cutout pass, but he looked inside. He had Ueli at a defender. That's where he just got to look ahead and see what he could do there. He's late back, so hopefully he can take the ball on a little bit to the line, Garzanetti.
Dragons on the attack again, this time forward. He looks for the offload again. Peck and others able to control it. Looks like it was Carter there. Now Robson out of dummy half. Over Dua. Sailor strolls through. Sailor gets another one. The Dragons are absolutely on fire here at ANZ Stadium. And this is looking like a massacre.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit outclassed at the moment. We'll have a look at the drop here from the Tigers. And the cutout bar from Garzanetti. You should look what was inside him. It was a tough pass to take that one. And our man Gillard just steamed in off the wing there. But this is a nice play, nice shape. The 5'8" there. Birmingham got caught up on the lead runner. Just couldn't get off it, and Sailor's too much ability to not take that hole there and run straight through it.
Yeah, they had shape out beyond Tristan Sailor. But as you mentioned at the start, an athlete. And speaking to people, Shane Millard, who coached him in that Steelers SG ball side, and talking about what's his best position, he said it doesn't really matter, just get him out there. And he's a footballer. That's
right, and it's at a young age, it's really good not to have a position, and you also need to learn a lot about other positions. So when you're in a position to give it to someone, you actually know how to get the ball and what the best attribute of that spot is. So he looks good in the 5'8" position.
2 from 3, Zach Lomax. Emma Lawrence, West Tigers supporter, trying to be neutral on the sideline. Easy today, Emma.
I'll do my very best to be neutral, but although if the Tigers score soon, hopefully I might get a little bit more excited. But you can tell that these Dragons boys, they've had a lot of time together this season. Only 2 of these Tigers players have played every game this season, and the Dragons have about 9 or so. And in key positions too, they're 1, 6, 7, and Reece Robson, their hookers, only missed 1 game, so it's quite obvious already.
Has an impact, doesn't it? When you're so comfortable with playing with people. Now it's Ueli. It's been good. Strong start to Ueli. That's his 5th carry.
All front rowers love the ball in possession, Jimmy. He's yet to have the other part of the game, the defence. Big Ueli.
Yes, just the 1 tackle for TJ. Now Dragons doing it comfortably again. Rolling over the advantage line. Some good first up contact there. Just from Carter. But they're over halfway. Over Dua. Nice footwork. End over to offload to Sailor. There we go. Last tackle. Looking for Willis. They find him. Goes high. Into the corner. Lamulu takes it comfortably and then gets going. This is a guy, Connolly Lamulu.
Looks like a good mover, Jimmy.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. Like to see him get some space.
Get their chance with the footy, the West Tigers. Tordo Lafua. Couple of tries for him in that game against the Broncos 2 weeks ago. Looked flat. McKaylee nearly went through a gap. Good run again from Big Tom. Now Sigletano at the back to Birmingham. Just haven't quite got their shape. Siga Farley.
McKaylee punched through the middle there before, and then they went wide. It would have been nice just to stay through that middle third. If they can get a good kick in here and a good kick chase.
This Garzanetti with the kick, and this is Masters. Selford. Still eligible for SG ball. He hasn't played any SG ball this year because he's been ever-present for this Holden Cup side, but he's another one of those guys who has all the talent in the world. It's a matter of what he wants to do with it. Now forward with another run. Slow play the ball. And I've got to say, we might get Emma Lawrence to check it at half-time, but this ANZ Stadium surface cutting up a little bit.
There's a bit of traffic this time of year. That's a nice move from Garrick.
Yeah, there it is, a nice ball there came in from Garrick and away to Matheson Johns. Oh, he tried to throw it past Tristan Saylor. He knew it, Tristan. He looked back inside to Jackson Willis and said, no, not for you. This is mine. Saylor gets his second. Dragons get their fourth, and the procession continues.
Both centre three quarters have got the ability to draw in their wingers. Look at this nice play from Garrick. Little shimmy, left-hand fend. Matt Gidley style out the back of the hand. And as all good halves do, both of them there in Willis and Saylor. Back out through the middle and get the try.
Yeah, they're all there, weren't they? The running. Look at that. Great bit of work. Doolan doesn't normally play in the centres. Just pushed away from him. Matheson Johns. I'm sure that pass was meant for Willis. So the intercept from Saylor. And he got his second. And smiles all around from Tristan Saylor. Sorry, Jackson, you can get the next one.
I don't think he's done here today, Tristan Saylor. You can see he's got the ability to know where the ball is and be around the ball at the good times. Yeah, they look a lot stronger and bigger, a lot more physical, St George Illawarra Dragons. Hence the scoreline. Where to for the Tigers from here, Jimmy?
Should be no problem here for Lomax. They just got to get their footy, don't they? Makes it easier defensively when you've had a bit more football. There's Benny Crane, interested onlooker. Be very pleased with what he sees. He nearly had to coach, actually, Danny. We had Wayne Snoopy Collins, who was having car problems this morning.
Snoopy, what happened?
Well, you have to remind him, they require petrol. So it wasn't so good. I guess, Emma, you just got to appreciate the skill on offer this afternoon.
You have to, and that's only, 20 minutes gone. Tristan Saylor, how good was that, though? That's his 10th try of the season. He is their top try scorer, and Ivan Cleary has just arrived, so he'll be a very interested onlooker, and probably some worrying signs for him at the moment.
Yes, not good. Set up your day with your lower grades. There's some good defence. That time it was Carter and Peck on Garrick. Couldn't put him on the ground, but it was a good shot. Now Masters. The size of the fullback. He's under 18. And moves well. Now Willis inside and put him on the deck. This is Lomax. Shimmy, shimmy. Away to Ford. He's going forward as well. Still going Jackson Ford. Good run from the edge back rower. Robson, let's see what he does. There you go. Nice and direct. Offloads to Mason. They're coming through. Saylor again. He looks outside him. Long pass out to Matheson Johns. It's one-on-one. Now he gets some assistance out there for Cotty. But this is the Dragons running free. Last tackle. Referee's got his hand in the air. The Saylor down a short blind side. And now I think they're going to call it knock on. And it'll be more football coming for the Dragons.
Wow, they just cannot get their hands on it. There's a good story about young Jackson Willis. Jimmy, I'll get Emma to chase that one up. And he plays with one eye. And he's got a good kicking game on him. He's out on the left there. Tristan Saylor wanted short blindside. He took the opportunity there, but the short kicking game the Dragons possess is pretty lethal.
Yeah, Jackson Willis, his dad Andrew, of course, played for Western Suburbs.
Hold, guys, hold 13.
His mum Kylie is a tireless worker for the Camden Rams, which is his junior club. Saylor at the back, it looked out the back, went short to Lomax, it was forward, and he got dumped on his backside for his trouble too, Tristan Saylor. He bounced up, but finally, a bit of luck and a bit of effort, working for the West Tigers.
Young Daniel Peck's just run in and sort of tried to pump his team up, the West Tigers, and they definitely needed to stop there, which they've come up with an error from the St George Illawarra Dragons, and they can keep this set simple, maybe kick it out even. Just bide a bit of time and try and wrestle back a bit of possession.
Oh, nearly went behind his player. Then he offloaded to Birmingham. Now they're away with Doolan. Close to the sideline early in the tackle count. Does well to stay in. Was even better to make some good yards as well. Cotty. Thought he was slow out of dummy half, but it looks like Robson went a little bit early.
Number 6. Yeah, I will come forward.
More good things coming the way of the West Tigers, although they won't get much of an angle to kick with this one right near the sideline.
You can't dive through the ruck like that, young Reece Robson. There's a penalty every day of the week. Here we go.
You think he would have learnt that in State of Origin camp, wouldn't you? What are they coaches teaching him these
days? Threw down a message there, Jimmy.
Now, West Tigers, first time they've had the football in the Dragons' half, and it's Siglitano 40 metres out from the Dragons' line. You'd love to see them get themselves a try and make a real game of it. Now, this is a good run. McKaylee, he's been a standout, really.
He's been good.
Has carried the football really strongly. Now, Peck finds Birmingham. Gazanetti, just short and big dummy from Lamulu. Back inside to Gazanetti. Great interchange of passing. Toro Lafua tackled just 8 metres short of the line. Tigers on the attack. They go to Gazanetti. Now Pye, he finds Peck. Looking to run onto the ball. This is Siglitano. So now they're 7 metres out. They've got numbers out on this left-hand side. Birmingham hitting a strong tackle from Masters. Still on the attack, Tigers. Last tackle. They go all the way back to Gazanetti now. Short one. Flying high with Lafua. He's knocked it on.
A good play there from the West Tigers. Enterprising. Got a few passes in. Not much structure to it. But they nearly come up with a try here.
Oh.
Nearly had the grab on it.
It was a really nice kick from Gus Gazanetti. And he flew through the air. Toro Lafua just couldn't quite hang on to it. They needed that. They would have appreciated the bit of confidence they'll get out of making some inroads against this Dragons defence. Here's Mason talking about inroads.
You've got a chance to do the fun part of the game, Jimmy. You've got a chance to touch the ball down on the opposition's try line, and I'm sure hopefully they get back down there and spend a little bit more time.
That was Morgan with a good strong run over halfway. Now Willis. Oh, Saylor just hangs on to it. So Lomax one-on-one. Great tackle there. Couldn't beat his opposite. It was Pacquiao, actually, who is playing in the centres. This is Lamulu. The space in front of him. There he goes. Gives us
he
just
moves.
a little look.
He moves well.
Just a little look at the way Connolly Lamulu
Young too,
moves.
Jimmy. Connolly.
He is eligible for the under-20s for another season. That's right. So one of these guys who's got great talent and will learn a lot from the experience of playing this year. Doolan hangs on to it. Now at the back, Birmingham, they're rushing up. At the time it was Garrick. He's putting pressure on his opposite. Couldn't get the ball away there, Birmingham. We have Mike Bruce Tout on the field now in jersey number 11 for the West Tigers. Kick over there. And nearly a lack of communication, and nearly Masters dropping it. It's up hanging on to it. He went into the West Tigers player. That would have been a knock-on. Now Johns. Guy, the Dragons have put a lot of weight on him in the pre-season. Here we go with Masters. It was just a touch and able to regather it before it would be called a knock-on. Dragons on the attack again. Robson. Nice little scurry out of dummy half. A good 10 or 12 metres gained. Player on the ground too. It's McKaylee. They don't need to lose him.
Just back from injury, McKaylee. Really good for him.
Now step from Willis. Then a kick out to the wing. Lomax gets a hand on it. Gillard can't handle it, but the West Tigers can, and they are away. This is Pacquiao. He's got a man inside, doesn't use him. I think he could have. He still can. He won't pass it. And Masters tackles him with the assistance of Saylor, but they've made 70 metres downfield. So West Tigers on the attack again. Good run there from Jared Tompkins. He's on the field as well. Here's Tout.
Needed a bit of support, Tout. Had an opportunity just to have a little twos play, little tip on.
12 metres out, the Tigers go left-hand side. Birmingham there. Out the back to Lamulu. Little bit slow motion there. No real challenge for the defence. Still got a tackle up their sleeve. Ball on the ground. So Farley still going. Last tackle here. Restart at least would be good. Garzanidi caught. Now, this is Big Jared. He's got to release the football. He does. Now Pacquiao. Pacquiao looking to run. He floats the ball. It looked forward. Doolan's been crunched and he's knocked it forward.
Change over.
Yeah, that was disappointing. When Tout got the ball in the middle third of the field, that was the opportunity. They missed their opportunity. They just didn't play enough. So that's a shame. That was a try and offer for the West Tigers there, but beautiful defence from Garrett. Just came in on that, off that right edge of his and hit Doolan under the ribs.
He's done it a couple of times too, hasn't he? Made really good decisions in shutting down play.
He is a smart player. He's usually a winger, and he's got all the ability, as you can see, to play in that three-quarter position.
Just keeping an eye on Jackson Willis because he's in the hands of the trainer. He might have been hit after that kick. And of course, the West Tigers went well and truly downfield, so they were a player short defensively and they still were able to keep their line intact. Here's Lomax. Good meters. You can see he's got a big frame. Still only under 18 as well. He'll certainly grow into that in a system like the Dragons. Overdo a slow play the ball. Now Ford, been very good. Another offload from him. Now we've got Tommy Angel on the field as well. So Wayne Collins, oh, good offload as well. Matt Shepherd was asking Saylor to run into the gap. The ball arrived with the defender. Picotti got him. So last tackle, Willis looked inside, goes outside, magnificent kick. Matheson Johns gets his second. Oh, that's classy. He looked inside Jackson Willis and he knew he'd drag the winger in, chips over him, and it lands comfortably into the hands of Matheson Johns.
Beautiful touch. Have a look at this. Nice firm foot. Great skill. As we said, that's their 17th try now from a kick. Why wouldn't you be scoring tries? You've got the talent of this guy. Great vision. I've got to know about this story, Emma Lawrence. We'll call her in. But he plays with one eye.
Yeah. Yeah, just incredible. And you know, when you see play a position like halfback where your vision and what you see is so important, it's a credit to him.
Absolutely.
Jackson Willis, a real credit to him. We'll get to Emma very shortly. We'll have a look at Zach Lomax kick this conversion. He's got a toughness about him too, Jackson. And a great story that I read during the week about when he was 6 years of age, he wanted to play footy with his mates, and of course Dad had played footy and Mum had been around footy all her life. They said, with a bit of trepidation, we said yes, and he hasn't looked back.
It's a great story. That's just, I was just blown away by that skill. That's not very many people have got that sort of skill and that vision. As we said, he's stated his kicking game, it's been the best by a mile in the NYC this year.
So here's Lomax looking to add to the pain. Just about point a minute and it's away. So 26 points to 0 in the 29th minute. Emma Lawrence, find a positive.
Oh, well, Jackson Willis, that's a good positive for the Dragons. I don't think there's too many positives for the Tigers, but how good. It's such a good story. When he was 2 years old, he had a form of cancer in his eye, so we had to get it taken out, but it really doesn't seem to affect him too much, does it? You can see he turns his head more than most halves do, but also interesting, he's from, I know you mentioned Camden Rams, that's the same junior club as James Tedesco, so a very good junior club there. No doubt they were all very happy on Wednesday night with young Teddy.
Yeah, well spotted. Both St Gregory's College old boys as well. Now he's going again.
I'm dropping that in, Jimmy. The St Gregory's, what a nursery. Like yourself.
Well, you look at the coaches in the National Rugby League now. Trent Barrett, Trent Robinson.
Great nursery. Hopefully the product is still very much on out there, mate, the rugby league.
Oh, they love their league out at St Gregory's. And these guys, James Tedesco, and now Jackson Willis.
Jeez, I've just been watching young Peck, number 9 for the West Tigers. He gets amongst it. He's their heartbeat. Trying his best. He's very competitive, as all number 9s are.
13 tackles for Daniel Peck. Reece Siglitano leads the tackle count with 14. Trent Pye's there with 12 as well. And you have a look at the Dragons, only one in double figures, and that's Jaden Morgan. Here's Lovadua. He's been impressive with his footwork at the line as well.
Definitely.
Now Willis. It's out forward. He's out the back to Tommy Angel. He stands in that tackle. They can't get him down. Very strong in the legs. Now Robson goes a short side with Willis. Another kick over the top. Oh, it beats the winger. It stops. And now it's a race for the ball. Don't tell me Jason Gillard's got it. He has. It's another one. How many tries from kicks now, Danny Badiris?
No, that's copy and paste. That's beautiful. Just gone on the other side. Swung around late. Hastings, and once again, obviously it's his favourite kick of his. Oh. Puts a little backspin on it. Chops it in. Very close.
You give him the try? It's too late. They've got the try, but would you give him the try?
Yeah, definitely. Gets his left hand in there.
Oh, yes. Jason Gillard, second of the afternoon. Not so sure about the head pat, but I've got to say, Tora Lafua, apologies. It was Lamulu at the back. The fullback, he got himself in position. It was just so accurate, the kick.
It just spun. And once again, it's twice. So he's done that kick, but more importantly, twice that the rugby league ball, it can do anything, Jimmy. Just spun that. This probably looks like a fluke, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing out there, and the way he actually hit the bottom of that ball, it made it spin.
Well, he does it too often to be a fluke, doesn't he? You can just hours and hours of practice. Lomax strikes that really nicely. Speaking of hours of practice, I'm sure he's the same.
Yeah, just look at the way he actually approaches this football now. Just the way he kicks it right on the bottom.
You can see him positioning it in his hands, isn't he? He knows what he's going to kick. I think his father, Andrew, he thought he was a good golfer, but that had real backspin on it, like the 9-iron. Oh, Emma, it's a joy to watch some of this skill.
It is. I'm going to have to get the stats pack out in a second, see what the Tigers' biggest loss this season. I know they've had one or two big ones, but if the Dragons keep going like this will be close to their biggest. But I just want to say Lamulu, I know sort of that wasn't the way he wanted it to pan out, but he's been one of their best all season.
I was going to say they're going from bad to worse, but I think it's from worse to much worse for the West Tigers now, because they've kicked out on the full, and that means the Dragons will start.
Just look at these stats here from a completion point of view. 12 from 14 sets compared to the West Tigers of 4 from 8. So they've had a kick 4 times, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's hard anyway when you play against a side that's a top 3 side like the Dragons, but you're making it really hard on yourself. 50 points is the biggest win in the Dragons' NYC history. 50-0 over the Warriors in round 9 of 2016. So unfortunately, that's what we're looking at this afternoon. Here's Angel. He's looking to offload, and he's been on the field, and they still haven't fully taken him to ground. Over Dua, at the back to Willis. Saylor getting across the same side. Long ball out to Gillard. Knew where his sideline was as well. A tackle there. On the attack again, the Dragons. Here they come, forward. Put a bit of footwork on at the line there. Tackled 5 metres out. Offload, late one. Robson gets down low. Too hungry for the try. Referee in position. He liked it. Reece Robson liked it. And the New South Wales under-20s coach liked it as well.
He is a tough kid, Reece Robson. Didn't he light up when he had the try line on show? They're killing them with their late offloads here. Done a few of them the last few sets. That's as late as you're going to get. A nice little left foot would have been handy for Reece Robson. He would have just gone on, strolled under the post, but he just did the nice and direct way and still got the job done.
Almost like he preferred the contact, wasn't it?
That's an injury coming up there, but any one of those outside backs would have put on a left foot, and he's a real toiler. Doesn't get many tries, gets plenty of tackles. All his teammates will be very happy for him there.
Well, that's his 4th try this year in 11 games. Played the Australian schoolboys last year and New South Wales under-18s last year, so he's available for the under-20s again. And he's a junior of the famous De La Salle at Caringbah. Lomax, the Temora Dragon, he adds the extras as well. 38 points to 0. Emma, I know you're very well prepared and have heaps of notes, but I hope you got some extra ones for today because we're down to you again.
I should have just had 10 pages of notes just on the Dragons for today, but it's quite impressive, I think, given 2 of the Dragons' biggest stars aren't even playing, because we know Jay Field has been playing up in NRL and Patrick Herbert as well playing in the Intrust Super Premiership. So 2 of their biggest players not even here, so doing a very good job.
Yeah, fantastic job.
You can kick out in the full that time, Jimmy. It's still mind-blowing how people can kick out in the full. You got all that space down there. Still happens in the top grade as well.
Yeah. I don't think I could kick it that far, but anyway, that's a separate problem.
I'm a little pop gun, mate, my little legs.
Here's Robson. Pretty buoyed after that try. Tell you what's going to be interesting. What does Wayne Collins say at half-time? Cut pace, please. That was Ford. He got the late offload, and as you said, it was very late. 3 players hanging off him. Look at that kick from Jackson Willis. Now Lamulu winds up. Big man. Push back and a tackle from Lomax and Gillard.
We're talking about some of the players that aren't playing for the St George Illawarra Dragons in field. Geez, that's a good tackle, upended.
Past the horizontal, said referee Treneman.
Yeah, Moses Sully. Moses Sully's up,
of course,
in the top grade, so he's still a kid. So it's good to see them up in the top grade.
They've got a couple of other guys out. Daniel Roberts, who injured his ACL in their semi-final loss to the Cowboys last year, the West Tigers, and I know Chris Hutchison's pretty keen to get him back into the side. And Ryan Pappenhausen got a hamstring complaint. Garzaniti does well. It stifles the attack. They lost a lot of ground on that play. You know what? Garzaniti, the young 18-year-old, had a good win last week, or last game, but a lot tougher now. Here's a penalty for the West Tigers. Peck wants to play.
Drag these boys back here, mate.
Garzaniti
7.
looks to be taking things. Not a big frame on him. And really targeting the St George team, and hit the ground pretty hard a few times. These the forwards can look after him so he can play on the front foot a little bit more.
Yeah, there's no doubt about his skill. You can see it just in his passing. He's dueling. Good strong run there. This is Nasalai. Now Peck goes out the back to Birmingham. Garzaniti tripped again. He was under pressure. Lomax knew he had numbers outside him, so again shut him down. Peck. This is Tompkins. 10 metres out now, the West Tigers. Can they get a try before half-time? They go left. This is Tout. Held in the tackle for an offload. Get it away. Lovadua and Morgan do a good job. Peck out of dummy half now. He's got Tompkins spinning in the tackle. Short of the line. Still going. Jared Tompkins pushed sideways. Good defence, the Dragons. Last tackle now, West Tigers. They go to Birmingham. He throws again long. Back inside to Lamulu. Sailor got him, but he can't get Pakoti. Pakoti got the try. The West Tigers are on the board.
You got that one out, Jimmy.
Oh, the sighs of relief everywhere.
Well done to the West Tigers. There's the halftime chat from Wayne Collins, mate. You can talk about that. No more tries, no more tries. So, yeah, they just rushed up. I like what you're seeing from Conley, Lamulu. It's a player with real talent. Zach Lomax came from the other side, from his left edge, to come right over here. Nearly puts him out. The number 4 for the St George team. They're showing some desperation there, but that's really good play from the West Tigers. Good to see him on the scoreboard, and a little bit of happiness in that little huddle there. Yeah, well, they've found a positive. Peter Pakoti was the try scorer and got there eventually. That's his 3rd try in 5 games. St Mary's Junior coming out of the Panthers comp.
So it gives Chris Hutchison something positive to talk about at half-time. This kick from the sideline would give him another one. Strikes it. Not so well, and it's waved away. So that'll be half-time. There's your try scorer, Peter Picotti. But it's been all one way. The Dragons 38, the West Tigers 4. Big challenge now, West Tigers, first 10 minutes of this second half. See if they can stop the rot. They got the last try just before half-time. And that was Doolan. Passing it on to Nassalai. So they start the second half with the footy. There's Picotti, the try scorer. And Doolan. He's filling at the moment, Doolan, for Toa Mataafa. And the coach said to him last night, "You want to play centre?" He said, "Yeah, I'll play centre." Jack of all trades. Now Tout. And to Birmingham to finish the set. Even Masters under the football. Oh, big, strong. Quick step there too from Masters. But a good chase from the West Tigers. And they seem to have their minds on the game. Let's see what their coach Chris Hutchison and Wayne Collins from the St George Illawarra Dragons had to say. Emma Lawrence.
Well, Jimmy, Chris Hutchison basically, you know, the focus was just on defence, and you can understand why. But funnily enough, the Dragons also, they weren't so happy with their defence, yet they've only leaked one try. So they also just wanted to say they want to get off to a good start, just like they did in the first half. But for the Tigers, it's so hard. They only had 11 sets in that first half. So when you don't have much possession, I mean, it's hard to score, isn't it?
Absolutely. Only completed 7 of them as well. So completion rate wasn't good. Here's the last tackle option from Jackson Willis. This time he goes high. Lamulu flies and takes it comfortably. Great take from Connolly.
Great take, Lamulu. They got a new favourite, Jimmy. Just love watching the kids play, and well, they're not kids, they're men. You can tell he's got a little bit more to go, and once he gets that footy brain nutted down and understand the game a little bit more, he's a real talent. They need some push, the Tigers. They've got to get together and push with each other with the ball, and they'll create some opportunities. Good
run there from Tompkins. He's been impressive when he's been on. Massive man. Just shy of 2 metres.
All the way, 7.
Looked like Tout, the Gunner Guy Tiger, was standing in the tackle. And Garzanidi in the same area of Jackson Willis. Wouldn't mind having a kicking session together, those guys. That one goes over the dead ball line. So this means 7 tackle set coming out the way of the Dragons.
It's a better start, isn't it, in the first half for the West Tigers. Got through their sets, got to their kicks. No surprise at the right end of the field.
Matt Shepherd coming from the bench today. A lot of good judges down in the Dragons think he's a real talent. Getting some punch with him off the bench. Here's Gillard.
Got Bailey Dickinson on debut. Looking forward to watching him out there. He's warming up.
Yeah, good story, Bailey Dickinson. He's another one of the under-18s players. He's currently still under 18, up from the SG ball. About to play his first game in the 20s. High from Saylor. Lamulu does it again. Oh, now we've got a skirmish. It's actually more than a skirmish. It's right down in front of Emma Lawrence. An interesting question whether there are any punches thrown. You can see Birmingham's in there. No surprise that Peck's not far away as well. I guess the West Tigers saying, well, if we can't beat you in football, we'll try fighting.
Well, in the first half, about 10 minutes in, and young Willis got a kick away and was under the kick pressure from Peck. And that little scuffle, that little bit of a wrestle. No surprise who was first in there into Willis was Peck, come flying in. So he might spend 10 minutes in the sideline, I'd say, running into some sort of melee.
Just in front of you down there, Emma, did you pick up anything? I'm presuming no punches thrown.
I didn't see any punches thrown, but I think I saw a pair of shorts ripped. They were getting awfully vicious. I also saw Jai Doolan on the floor for a bit, and we know he was in the first half, pushed one of the Dragons players in the face. So you can see they're just all involved. It was we'll have to wait and see if the ref sends anyone.
Well, there you go. No punches thrown, and we can't see any there on the replay. Jackson Willis, I guess when he's such a key player and the halfback and the kicking game that he possesses, he becomes a bit of a target. Second time that he's been taken out a little bit late, and that time it was Jay Doolan.
Yeah, all coaches would be saying get some kick pressure on him. Obviously, he's probably trying to protect himself as well. He's got a job to do, and he's getting called out here. We'll listen to what the referee has to say.
Chris Treneman.
I understand you're not the instigator, but you got involved. Let's keep our cool. Walk away. You don't need to.
I
don't need to retaliate. Okay, thank you. 7, 6,
Jackson
and 14.
just trying to help out the referee there with exactly what happened.
Yep.
Certainly his version of events. Now Jai Doolan. And
You don't have
Birmingham.
to hold onto him. You've created all that. Penalty's going to go against you. You just don't have to retaliate. You don't have to come over the top. Otherwise, you end up. No, number 9. I didn't get it wrong. You just listen. You don't have to come over the top. You instigate the whole thing. Understand?
All I did was
We've got the penalty against us.
So there you go, penalty against the West Tigers. Jai Doolan's trying, but I'm not sure he's going to have much success in having that reversed. I think I yet to see one of those in rugby league. Oh, Ruben Garrick was going to.
I think Ruben Garrick should throw the ball to Tristan Saylor here, which Tristan's getting up because they've got some line speed happening.
There we go. Shepherd, no problem for him. He wanted to take it forward. So Dragons on the attack and a bit of fire in this game. Didn't get off the tackle player quickly enough. So they'll go again. Robson, quick tap, goes over Dua. Standing in the tackle. You can't put him to ground. 3 men in there to do it. 15 metres out for the Dragons. From Robson to Willis, out the back to Saylor. He's been put on his backside again, Jackson Willis, but this time there was an obstruction and maybe just losing a little bit of focus here, the Dragons.
Yeah, well, they're getting ruffled a little bit. Come out with a bit more intent in their defence, the West Tigers, bit of line speed, showing some aggression on the back of some possession because they've got a little bit of energy. It's amazing how they all synergise together. If they can get through this set, they've had probably the better start of the half.
And let's see how they go coming out of trouble. You can imagine there's intent coming from the Dragons. Shepherd and Robson led it. Ford not far behind. Short side, Peck finding runners. Slow play the ball. Lucky no penalty there against the Dragons. Good contact coming in again. This is Tout. Siglitano went short. Nice work too, and he spun out of a tackle too. Nasalai. So good effort here from the West Tigers over halfway, and Peck out of dummy half. Garzanidi look to pass. It's Camden halfback on Camden halfback there. Short side Peck did well too. Extra number. Now Tora Lafua had a chance to pass inside. Still going. Kicks over to a couple of unmarked players. Dragons arrive. Knock on from Dragons. It'll be 6 more. The referee signals that. And Picotti, the first half try scorer, is tackled 10 metres out. 6 tackles up the sleeve. What can the Tigers do here? They go midfield now with Nasalai. 5 metres out from the line. They look like they've got numbers on the right. They go that way. This is Tout spinning in a tackle. Still going Tout. Metre short of the line, the West Tigers. Can they go back-to-back with their tries? Now, Garzanidi just spotted an opening. Closed down there by Willis and Lomax. Penalty in the play the ball. So 6 more coming here for the Tigers. Sustained pressure for the Dragons' defence.
That was a really nice short side raid there from the West Tigers. If you watch Peck, he sort of rocked to his left, came out just on a short blind and put the ball at that right edge away, and he'll be looking to do something similar here.
Oh, Trent Pye nearly over the line.
Got some sullen deception.
Now all the way back to Garzaniti. Birmingham went short here. See you, Farley, looking to offload. Eventually wrestled down. Now, Lamulu, big and strong and carrying the football. 1 metre short of the line. 4 players required in the tackle there. Now Peck, what's he do? He goes to Birmingham. It's out. Goes a needy little kick into the corner. Well done, Gillard. Cleaned up nicely.
Yeah, that's a shame from Garzanetti. He created 3-on-2, but he went for the kick. Didn't really look eyes up there. He should have just, every halfback, every day of the week, should see that. Nice little 3-on-2. Could have a try-scoring opportunity gone begging there.
Here's Lomax standing in the tackle. Back to Masters. Well, the defence from the West Tigers has improved dramatically. Really getting off their line now.
7 on your 10. 7.
Shame it's 38-4, Jimmy.
That's right.
Which is a bit of a killer for all their fans.
Now, Saylor couldn't get the pass away. May not need to. Now he does. Over the top here to Garrick. Good speed. Inside flick. This is Matheson Johns. Going to stay away from the sideline. He'll do well to do that. Not played out, I would have thought, from the West Tigers. So good defence there. Matheson Johns needed to pull up before the sideline. Couldn't do it. You would think West Tigers ball.
Well, they've got a spring in their step. They've got some energy. They're hooping and hollering. And I just saw one of the Dragons boys point at the scoreboard. But they're having fun, the West Tigers. They're back in the match to some degree. Not on the scoreboard, but at least they're in the match. They're having some fun. They're wrestling some possession back. They're probably trying to take something into next week. And that's exactly what they're doing here. They had a good 9 minutes in this second half.
Yeah, they're competing, aren't they?
They're competing. That's all you could ask for, looking up at that scoreboard.
Lamulu. Danny Badiris' favourite. Tackled 35 metres out from the Tigers line. There's got to be a penalty there. Yeah, sustained pressure now with the football. They've only had the one set in the last 5 minutes, the Dragons, and that was coming off their line.
If you're Wayne Collins, you'd be loving this in a certain way for the St George Illawarra Dragons. They're under the pump a little bit. You didn't want them to run through with 50, 60 points. It's a chance for them to work a few things out and have a look at some video next week and take that into the next match. But a bit of pressure here.
There's Tout with a really good offload. It was late, and Peck made another 8 or 10 metres as well. The Tigers go on the attack for the 3rd time this half. Now out the back, Garzaniti. Birmingham look to the line. Had a runner there in Doolan. Decided to take them on himself. Now Doolan out of dummy half, short. This is a good run coming in here. 2 from Siu Farley. Slow play of the ball. Ueli, in fact, has forced the error. And that bit of fire came into the game, and it's staying there as well.
Well, it's been enjoyable, Jimmy. 50 minutes of this game. We've had a lot of tries. We've had some intent, a little scuffle, and playing with some passion. Had that ball, that left mid out. Suafeli, you'd be trailing him if you're Lamulu. He's got that really opportunity to get that ball off him.
Yeah, he looks likely, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, a little bit of second phase play. We saw that from Royce Tout. So much improved in this second half from the West Tigers, Emma Lawrence.
It certainly is, and I know you guys keep talking about how much you like Lamulu. Well, you'll like him even more when I tell you he's only been playing league for 2 years. He actually played rugby union as a junior, and he moved from New Zealand to the Gold Coast 2 years ago, where he ran to Keebra Park, which of course is where Benji Marshall went. So he's doing pretty well if he's only been playing the game for 2 years.
It's not bad, is it?
That's the nursery up there at Keebra. They've got another kid called David Fafita. I think it's the nephew of Andrew. He is a gun. So they've got a good nursery out there at Keebra Park.
Yeah, talk about rich history of players coming through that reach National Rugby League and State of Origin and even International Rugby League. Here's Shepherd. Benji Marshall was the name. Corey Norman, Ben Teo. Currently touring New Zealand with the British and Irish Lions. All graduates of Keebra Park High School. High one here. Picotti does really well. In fact, superbly to shrug away from the tackle as well as take the football.
It's a funny game, our game, Jimmy. Why didn't they do this from the start? They've come out and played really well. All their players are doing some really good things, doing their job.
Now there's late offloads. This is Doolan tried to offload as well, and he's turned it over. Ueli. Dragons with the football. Sailor with a head fake out of dummy half. So the pressure comes back on the West Tigers. Dragons with football. This is Bailey Dickinson. Good charge from young Bailey. 15 metres out from the line. They go left-hand side. No one with Shepherd.
I'd like to see that go to both these teams, just sending guys to the wall by themselves. Always waiting for the next play.
Gives them no option. Willis has got options. It comes off the lead runner, and Lomax can't handle. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. Just rattled now. And it's happened twice out on that left-hand side. Dragons lost their composure in this second half.
Yeah, it's just not as well-oiled as it was in the first half. As I said, I see the scoreboard's in the right favour for them, but something they really wanted in this second half was a bit of a competition in the second 40, and they're getting that at the moment.
You coaches really do think a funny way, don't you, really? What's wrong with a 60 points to 4 win?
I always think of next week.
So the West Tigers bringing it out of trouble. And if you want to talk about next week, the Dragons taking on the Bulldogs. It's on the Monday game of the June long weekend, and the West Tigers up against the Roosters. It'll be Sunday at Campbelltown Stadium. So Siglitano stands. Looked like he wanted to pass. In the end, well handled by Morgan and Sailor. And McKaylee back on the field. That's good news too for the West Tigers. He was good for them early in that first half. Peck out of dummy half. You could hear the call from the referee inside, and the ball starts travelling that way as well. Masters just to get his footy. He gets going, can't get away from the West Tigers defender. It was Pye coming up with his 22nd tackle.
See Peck displaying his kicking ability out from dummy half. See a little bit more of that.
Just on that, what did you think of Nathan Peets' performance in Origin 1?
Outstanding, outstanding. Every pass he threw was on the shelf, just spot on. And obviously defensively, he was everywhere. I was watching it live, but I heard on the TV they had a tracker on him, and a lot of kilometres he ran. Pretty interesting stat for all our fans out there.
Yeah, 7.4 I think it was, and showed all the effort that the hooker does. Sailor's turned it over. Defence from the West Tigers has improved dramatically, and just shutting down the time of these runners. Look at Jai Doolan in the face of Jackson Willis, and he's pretty much tried to do that all game with limited success in the first half, I must say.
What's funny, Jimmy, when tries to score out in the flanks, you always look at the wingers to say, oh, you've missed the tackle, but most of the time if you look in the middle of the field, all the work has been, or not the work has been done in there. So you can see they're winning the middle third of the field, the West Tigers, and all of a sudden their edges are able to make better decisions.
Here's Doolan. It's been a goer. Zanidi, that's a nice pass. Came off a Dragon there. Gillard will pick it up, but the referee will call knock on. That's exactly what transpires. He throws a beautiful pass, Garzanidi, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he's young. You can tell his body's nowhere near what it should be for this grade, and he's a little bit older and another couple of pre-seasons. He should do some good things in his career.
Pacquiao just trying to release Tora Lafua. And he had space in front of him as well. And Danny Badiris is right. Just starting to work for them in the middle of the field, and that is with the football in without. Lamulu, Doolan took it well and did well to evade Garrick. He was again looking for an offload. Hard to handle. Sailor's all over him there. Push and shove here. There's a penalty got to come.
Yeah, it's back here, guys.
They love it, the young blokes.
Oh, Jay Dillon's antagonised them all day.
You're not on the mark.
Oh, not on the mark. I love the quick tap.
He's tried to do that a couple of times. Shows his thinking. Want to get on with the job. He's a goer as well. Strapped up. Just needs a power band around those ears, Jimmy. Good old-fashioned number 9.
He played 26 games last year for them. And of course, Jacob Little played a lot of games in this grade as well. So they know he's got ability. Just got to fit him in their side, Daniel Peck. Here's a good strong run from McKaylee. It's his 8th hit up of the afternoon. Sowney. Again, stand in the tackle.
You see how they've got this big shape set up on the right, the West Tigers.
They go that way. Now Birmingham. Garzanidi needs to run to the line. Does it? Lamulu! He was over in the corner. Tora Lafua, but Gillard again. Second set in a row. Snuffs out the opportunity.
Yeah, they create another 3-on-2 here. Just need to play a bit square. He's wanting to punch into that hole, Lamulu. He decided to go for the passing option, but someone that big and strong and moves that well just punched the hole off Garzanetti. You get yourself a 4-pointer.
Dummy and go looked good, didn't it?
Something, yes. Probably come up with the wrong option there, but I'm sure we get another opportunity here to have a crack at the try line.
That's the learning that they get at this level. And as Emma told us, he's only been playing rugby league for a couple of years. So now West Tigers, this time shape out on the left-hand side. Again, standing in the tackle. Oh, thought he lost it there. Farley. Now McKaylee. McKaylee still going. 1, 2, 3. He's over the line. And I reckon he got it down as well. Referee Treneman says...
I haven't awarded it. Go your separate ways.
He's taking his time. It looks like a try to McKaylee. He just wants the teams to separate, and there it is. So back-to-back tries here for the West Tigers, and they're 20 minutes apart, but they're worlds apart, their efforts from first half to second half.
Oh, they're back in the arm wrestle. And they're winning the second half, Jimmy. There's no doubt about that. He's been great, McKaylee. See, he's got some ability to know how to get into some sort of space with his footwork. Front rowers, they love scoring tries that close to the line.
Oh, look at that.
Showing some strength.
Yeah, 4 players all over him, trying to stop it. They couldn't do it.
Did, what was that, 5 years ago we showed that pre-game, that vision of...
8 years ago.
Andrew, 8 years
8
ago?
years ago, yeah, 2009 it was. Tom McCarley is an Australian schoolboy, 2015 and 2016. I'll let you guess which school he went to very shortly. Tora Lafua.
Your chest just puffed out. So
No. Was as Emma mentioned, and she can tell us more, it's Coobra Park High School, Emma.
Very good breeding ground, but how about this? It's been about 25 minutes now since the Dragons scored, so such a good start to the second half for the Tigers. But how about McKaylee? Not only was that a good try, but my gosh, he is such a big boy. He's 6'3" and 108 kilos. Take a look at him right there. He's very, very hard to stop.
So what, they must have a bit of a production line or someone scouting some of these players at Cooper. They've got a relationship, so
absolutely
fair school to have a relationship with.
Oh, McCarley again, the try scorer. Straight over the top. That was Morgan. Wow, strong stuff there from the front rower. So the West Tigers, the wind is right behind them. They're charging hard. Here it is. Let's have a look at it in the replay box.
Yeah, if you're young Morris there, you've got to go legs, get under that ball. He's a big man.
Yeah, apologies to Jaden Morgan. It was Dylan Morris. He's normally a winger. They've put him on there. He is on the wing. He probably said, right, watch this, coach. I'll tackle the big guys.
The biggest frame.
Lamulu in a bit of trouble here. Immediately stopped Shepherd. Signal to the referee. He's getting up slowly, Connolly. Last tackle, Birmingham. Goes high. It's a bit of a floater. Here's Morris, Dylan Morris. Gets it. Caught up in the legs. Oh. Now he's dropped the footy, turned it over, and the West Tigers have got the football.
What's happened there, Jimmy?
Farley. Well, he wanted to run. He just forgot the ball.
You just make your own luck in this game, don't you? With effort and attitude, the ball can do anything.
Now Siglitano down a short side again. Doolan, they wouldn't like him to score. He's been in everything. Release it. Picotti going for the second. 6 more, said the referee. So West Tigers on the attack again. Long pass from Peck to Birmingham. Little short one inside This has gone to Sowney. Sowney's only a couple of metres out from the Dragons line. West Tigers, shape right. Peck, big dummy. The head fake. He's upside down. And he didn't get it down.
Tackle 2, let go of the ball, 10.
Well, he won't give it back. They'll go out 10 metres. There's that fake that Danny Badira's told us about in the second half. Birmingham goes to dummy half. Now right out the back. Gazzanidi stepping. Quite get through the line. Now they go short side again. Lamulu looking to hit a hole. This time he powers the legs. Ford and Willis just pull him up. He's trying to spin around in that tackle. One more up the sleeve of the West Tigers before they'll be asked to kick. Peck, dummy half, short to Siglitano. Oh, short of the line. No, it was over, referee. So bang, 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 West Tigers tries after they were down 38 points to 0.
You got to love the NYC momentum game. When you got all the momentum, it's so hard to wrestle it back at a young age. And even in the top grade as well, it's getting that way. But I tell you what, if you got the West Tigers playing with a little bit of offload around the middle of the park, they could cause some problems. But at the moment, they've still got a big shape always set up on the right. I want to get Lamulu in, get around these big guys and get them creating some offloads in that second phase. And they'll have a good back end of this second half.
Reece Siglitano there with a try, the Hills Bulls junior. That's his first of the season too.
Good on them, Jimmy. There's a bit of character's been shown here in the second half, and be really proud of them.
Tora Lafua looking to add the extras. You would think it'd be no problem for him. They couldn't, could they? They couldn't get themselves right back into this game after being down 38 points to 0 inside 38 minutes. He kicks it. So 38-16, Emma. Are we poised for a grandstand finish?
I'd like to say so, but it is Holden Cup, so as Danny said, it's all about momentum in this game, and the Tigers certainly have it at the moment. But I really know now what their coach Chris Hutchison was saying before the game when he said he just wants them to be able to play for 80 minutes because they either have a brilliant first half or a brilliant second half or brilliant patches, and this is what we've seen. It's really hard to get, I guess, in first grade as well, but especially at this young age to really get that consistent 80 minutes together.
Yeah, I think we're in a brilliant patch right now for the West Tigers. Here's McKaylee. It's coincided with him coming back on the field and doing some of these strong charges. There's another one. 3 Dragons players involved in it. And again, they'll get the penalty. They've just lost their focus here, Danny, the Dragons.
Yeah, they've been ruffled. So whoever the Dragons are playing next week, the coach must be thinking the same thing, a bit of game plan stuff and get in their face and see how they can handle it. He hasn't kicked us out.
Oh, no. That is a cardinal sin. He only had a metre to work with. And he ended up kicking it half a metre.
We're not in the brilliant patch anymore, Jimmy.
We've officially left the brilliant patch. So Ueli, he was strong in the first half too. A good carry from him right on halfway. Here's Dickinson. It's the third carry there for Dickinson. Shepherd, nice little offload. Lovadua, dummied outside.
He's good. Shepherd, mate. He's been really effective with his offloads and late footwork.
Yeah, there's a good run too from Morgan. No one following Jaden Morgan on that occasion as well. They go to Willis. Last tackle out to Saylor. Now Ueli in the back line. This is Matheson Johns off his wing. And that'll be well contained there from the West Tigers.
Ueli found himself out there junior polo style. Out of Canberra, he gets himself out there as well. Barnstorming runner. Held firm there, the West Tigers.
What did your old coach used to say? Trombones in the string section?
Oh, no, they get him out wide now. Get him at these smaller defenders, and it's good coaching.
That was Warren Ryan, coached the Newcastle Knights.
Great walk. Loved my time with Warren. Learned a lot of him, as a lot of people have.
Yeah, very knowledgeable man on the game of rugby league. Lamulu with a good carry. It's for Cody.
What's his hit-ups to? 14 hit-ups for Lamulu.
Yeah, there's plenty of carries. Still 14 minutes remaining in this game as well. You'd expect more action from him. Birmingham goes out the back to Gazzanidi. Gazzanidi very deep in his positioning. Yeah. Is he too deep, Danny?
He is. He's not playing on the front foot. His forwards are creating some some opportunities for him. We need to step up and not get the ball out the back all the time.
So Tigers, last play. There's the kick out of dummy half again from Peck. It's a good kick too. If you can get it to just pull up. Masters is there shadowing it. Thought it might have had another bounce in it, but Masters took no chances with it. Oh, strong. Peck came in with intent, and he just got pushed away.
As Jack Gibson used to say as well, kick to the seagulls, he kicked to the pigeons there. About 20 of them just scurrying away. And chased his own kick and came up with a... He's a leader, that's for sure, is Peck.
Yeah, it's great attitude, isn't it? Here's Stuart Mason, the skipper. Nice little offload. Overdue promotes for Ford. Ford's found some space. He looked the other way. If he'd looked left, he would have seen Lomax looming up. Overdue passed it to a West Tigers player. Shepherd did well to handle it. Didn't make many yards, but they've still got the football. Last tackle, Willis into the air. Chase is trying to get through. Tota Lafua did very well, and now we see him out with some space in front of him. This is Doolan. Trying to get around Saylor, can't do it. Saylor rides him down, still looking for the offload. Now they're looking for the sideline, and he's done that. Well, that's superb. And they're very happy to tell Jai Doolan.
That's action right there in front of our cameras and microphones. You can see what some young blood can do. Great work from Saylor, holding him up. Doolan keeping on his feet. And comes in, Matheson, force him over the edge, and I think Willis gets amongst it. He seems to be that cheeky halfback because they all go after him.
Well, that was Shepherd came in with a hand on the face and Doolan responded. But as you say, Fox League, we were right inside an under-20s melee just then.
Well, their coach Chris Hutchison told us at the start of the game that his players absolutely love Jai Doolan and he's got so much energy. But I'll tell you what, he's probably the most hated of the players when it comes to the Dragons. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Kenny Edwards. We saw him last night being an absolute pest, just getting up in the Warriors' faces, and that's what Jai Doolan reminds me of.
Yes, he's not going to win a popularity contest with the St George Illawarra side, Jai Doolan, but I bet you he's pretty popular with all his teammates. Here he is, as we mentioned. You want to play centre? Yeah, I'll play centre. It's usually a lock or a 5'8".
The temper meter is at fever pitch there.
Out!
Frustrating, isn't it? No punching, remember. There's Morris, dummies outside the Masters. They look like they got the extra number here. Gillard going for number 3. Pye tries to stop him. He can't. So across from one side of the field to the other, the Dragons finally get a try in their second half and they put the game to bed.
That's his hat-trick for Gillard. And watch the way he puts this in the left juke. Puts it out there, knowing that he's got an opportunity. Maybe someone's going to come across in cover. He'd have to put in the left hand, as he does right now, and just jumps. Wingers are too good these days.
Oh, great skill, isn't it? Great skill. Great work from Dylan Morris here as well, too. Just to release Masters, the defence held. They had to hold. He got him on the outside. 2-on-1 situation. And as Danny mentioned, ball into the left hand.
Good skill. See, we had the presence of mind to actually put it in two hands for one sec to put some more grip on it, and then puts it out in that left hand again and puts it down. So good grip and good thumb strength there.
Jason Gillard, third try, as we mentioned, through that Steelers SG ball. Ooh, we had a sign on the wrist there that we just missed.
I saw it before. He wants to definitely show someone that he means business out there today. He's got 3 tries for him.
Lomax with the kick, looking good, shaves the right upright. You think you score 3 tries, you'd be able to get your message across, Emma?
You would think so, but how good was that 3 tries? The Dragons getting a bit of momentum back, but just want to say Steve Masters, it was well set up by him, but hopefully it'll be an exciting day for his family because his older brother Asan is actually going to make his first grade debut for the Tigers after this game.
He's a good player too. I watched him last year in the NYC. And Masters glad he gets his opportunity today.
Yeah, played a bit of intra-super premiership as well, which is the progression that they make these days. Oh, Saylor's done well. The referee was blowing it up for a penalty there, but he did well to hang on to it there, Tristan Saylor. And dropped the footy. And Shepherd. 3 defenders in there, including Carter. He comes back onto the field for a second stint. There's Lomax. Oh, had the ball free. No shimmy from him there.
No, he can mix it up. He can do the strong, tough stuff. Zach, he's going to get his hands on the ball. I think it'll be a bit cold out there.
Danny thinking about his responsibilities sideline. That'll be coming up in the Dragons versus Tigers NRL. Now Morris goes into the backfield. Masters follows. And that combination again causing problem for the West Tigers.
That's the way to play, Jimmy. None of the set plays, just go in numbers and inside runners. Just like they did State of Origin on Wednesday night, that pass inside from Graham onto Tedesco. Just stressing guys out in the middle there. And Masters up through the middle. Not waiting for the next play, supporting the current play. Lo and behold, gets himself a try.
Mismatch, wasn't it? It was McKaylee on Morris, and Morris just went around him so comfortably. Masters following through on the inside like a good fullback should, and you can see Dylan Morris. He's the younger brother of Josh and Brett, and the son of Slippery Steve. There's a lot of Slippery Steve in him, isn't there?
His defences are so good these days, and especially edge D and all that sort of stuff. You've got to fatigue players and challenge them back on the inside.
It lasted for a little while, Emma, the comeback, but now the Dragons definitely on top.
Yes, they're going to run away with it now, but good work from Steve Masters. He's with the Dragons till the end of 2019. He played junior Kiwis under 18s last year, and this year he could still be playing SG ball. So there's definitely a lot of talent in the Masters family, and who knows, in a couple of years, both Masters boys might be just absolutely killing it in first grade.
Yeah, you'd love to see that, wouldn't you? Do the brothers do well.
Different shape, Morris, isn't he, compared to the others?
Yeah.
More slippery style, this one.
Yeah, he's very much like Steve. He's a bit smaller. It's uncanny, the running style too. How similar it is. There we go. West Tigers showing a bit of energy in defence again. Birmingham involved in that tackle on Morgan. Matheson Johns, big presence on the wing. Got the first try today too. So kick things off for the Dragons. So now we're at West Tigers 12-10, lead the second half. Mason, the captain, he tried to offload, he did. And it looks like it's 6 more. So Masters has the football again. The Dragons are in the Tigers half and they've got 6 tackles to play with. Willis throws long, but throws to Toto Lafua. Has he got speed enough to get away from Morris? Not on your life. He can't make the tackle, so we're inside now to Pye. Dragons defenders getting back there. It was Willis who threw the pass and in the end made the tackle.
He'd be disappointed with that Willis. He's camping in that edge defensive line and he's thrown it anyway. It's always going to be an intercept.
Quick hands Lamulu. This is to Doolan. He stands in the tackle over the top. It's too high. That's from Morgan. Jay Doolan. Quick tap and away he goes. He's willing, throwing himself at players. That was Bailey Dickinson. He led with the forearm a little bit. So 11 metres out, the West Tigers. Ball goes to no one except the Dragons. They've knocked it on. Some knock-ons everywhere. It's a knock-on-a-thon, Danny Badiris.
Yeah, once again, trying to play shape. But this is a great opportunity for the West Tigers to finish on a high note. The scoreline's obviously... Here's this intercept we'll have a look at here. He's just right in the line. He's going nowhere. Have his time back, double pump it, maybe hit someone short.
You could see they had space out there and they had numbers, but he just couldn't quite get to it. That was Jackson Ford, almost.
Just took his eyes off it.
Got the footy, didn't he?
Here we go. What do we got here? Centre field scrum.
Shape right, go that way to Lamulu. Forget about shape, he's just going to power over the top of Mason. Dragged him to ground, less than a metre out. Willis involved in the tackle. Lobadura there as well. Slow play the ball from Lamulu. Out the back now, Birmingham. Short to Tout, he's dropped it. Saylor's got it, dummied. Hang on to the football, you would think here, the order of the day for the Dragons.
The thing with the West Tigers, they don't get their halves playing on the same field, so that means it's a a long pass to the first receiver from the dummy half, which defense just comes up. So got to get Gazzanetti to swing across, or we get Birmingham to swing across the other way as well.
Yeah, I think that's becoming a feature of the game these days, isn't it? Getting halves on the same side of the field. Now Mason. Overdua at dummy half. Inside here, Lomax. Standing again. He's done that well. Here we go, Tommy Angel. Hard man to drag down. They do it on this occasion. Siglitano and Peck involved in the tackle. They've been doing that all day. Now Masters. Big step, that right foot. Well handled by the West Tigers defence. Last tackle coming in here.
Full name, Masters. I had to take into a football career.
There you go. Morris down a short side. Can't get the ball through. Might get another go at it. In fact, he'll get 6 more of them. Look at the footwork from Morris. Stepping everywhere. Throwing now to Angel. Angel going forward. Tackled 5 metres out. 5 tackles up the sleeve. Morgan, cut in half. Great tackle.
Creased him, great tackle. Right under the footy. Knocked the wind out of him.
Oh, Picotti got him. Oh, and there's the knock on from Lovadua. Oh, it was a good shot.
Yeah, that's pain. Hopefully it's just wind. A few areas around there that are pretty delicate. With his right shoulder. Right in under the footy.
Oh. You could see his face. Oh, well, let's stop laughing about it up here, but...
All the wind.
Oh, bang. Great shot, Peter Picotti.
Let's hope he's okay. It's his 19th birthday today, so that would absolutely ruin his birthday if he were seriously injured.
Not much of a present, that one, Emma.
Albion Park Oak Flats Eagles Junior. Well spotted on the birthday, Emma. That's a tough one. And now they're looking at the knee, Danny, so this might be a little bit more serious than just being winded. It is strapped up. Peter Picotti was the man who hit him.
And clutch knees as well. That's a terrible place to get hit. Just on the inside of the knee. It just drops you. There's been some niggle in this game, Jimmy.
Oh,
There's
hasn't
been
there?
some talk. The referee would need his ears, probably bleeding from the ears, or the players talking.
You got a sense of it. There were smiles across the halfway line when they returned from half-time, and you just thought, all right.
Is he staying on, trainer?
They put the boiler suits on. They put the boiler suits on and got down and dirty.
Remember, the West Tigers still lead this second half 12 points to 10. Well and truly beaten on the scoreboard.
And that would have definitely been the message from Chris Hutchison, to try and go out and win the second half. And I'm very, very proud of him and very happy with him in this second half display.
So Birmingham feeds the scrum, and the West Tigers have the ball. And there's Picotti, who put on the good shot, and now he's put together a good run. The jersey's coming off.
They have got some talent in this team, Jimmy.
Haven't they?
West Tigers.
He's Tout, the Gundagai Tiger. Now Siglitano. It's up McKaylee short. A strong run from McKaylee. He's made metres all afternoon. It's his 12th hit up. He's made 18 tackles as well. So he's been a strong contributor to the West Tigers. Lamulu with another run. Standing in the tackle, offloading. Siglitano's turned it over. Johns gets it. Story of the day, Danny Badeiros.
Absolutely. Like you said, they've got some brilliant parts to their game, and parts they need to work on. All teams do.
Now Shepherd carrying the ball forward. Only 45 seconds remaining. Can they get themselves another one? Do they raise the bat for the half century? Angel. Brought down 32 metres out. Pye did well to make it a slow play of the ball. Now Willis wants to try out that kicking game again. Saylor flying through, bounces again. Oh, they looked at each other, the West Tigers. They forgot about the football. Tristan Saylor didn't. He gets number 3 as well.
The bounce of the footy. More importantly, just attention to detail. Communication, who's got the ball, can't do it by eye contact. Someone's got to call that out. That's probably fair reflection on the match. 50-pointer.
How are you going with your stats on Jackson Willis?
Ooh,
tries from kicks.
Let's have a look at this.
He might have got away with that one, did he, Tristan Saylor?
We'll have a look.
Peter Picotti it was who had his eyes on his teammate and not on the footy, but that man Tristan Saylor, of course, son of Wendell and Tara.
The big Dell.
Yeah, well, Tara was a great athlete in her own right too,
Yeah.
don't worry. A 400-metre runner who, I think in her childhood, beat Kathy Freeman.
Wow.
Yeah. So, good bloodlines there for Tristan Saylor, and he's shown it's been impressive today in the 80-minute performance. Here's Lomax.
Love seeing the next generation coming through. If you're around the 20s competition.
Yes.
And there you go. Puts a cherry on top of what has been a very impressive performance here today. The Dragons 54, the West Tigers 16.